Hello builders, this is Terry in Houston, Texas, and I've taken a break from the wings for right now. I'm working on fabbing up this air box, or this, yeah, I guess you call it a cool air box for my cylinders. And I've never made one of these before, but the engine instructions say it's best to make the inlet smaller than the outlet, or the back side. And looking for some advice from some veteran builders. Now, the back of this I've kind of left open. It's a really huge hole there, and you can see I kind of split the difference there between the cooling fins, and same thing on the other side. I've split the difference. Got about a 1/2 inch clearance on top, which I'm going to use probably some of these little metal washers to go between that. Little 1/2 inch washers. But even though my engine manual does say that, you know, I should make the inlet smaller than the outlet, it doesn't specify how big an opening. And what I've got here is approximately a 4x4 opening, and it's I don't know if you can actually get in there and see that. Probably not. But as it goes in, this piece just kind of makes an angle back behind that front cylinder, so air goes in and to the back. So if there's any guys out there that are real familiar, I haven't buttoned anything up yet. Planning on, you know, if this is a working model here, I can go ahead and rivet things together and seal it up on the edges. But this is kind of what I'm looking at here. Kind of tapers on the left hand side of the exhaust side. And it's a little floppy right now because nothing's buttoned down. It's just still raw metal. It hadn't been secured other than those 2 clamps that are holding it. Anyways, I noticed that on my last run up here, when I had taken the airplane out, I did have my exhaust temperature light come on, which meant that it got up to about 1201. So it went down immediately after throttling back. But, you know, it just kind of made me think, you know, I need to think a little bit more seriously about this air cooling box. You know, right off the bat, I kind of feel like that would restrict airflow, but maybe not. So looking for any opinions of veteran builders who've dealt with these 2-stroke engines on ultralights before I actually finish this off. You know, so while I'm here, I'll go ahead and show you the wings. We had them outside on the airplane. Posted those pictures on my official Affordaplane Facebook page. And since then, I've put these root caps on to seal up the root of the wing. And that's 1/4 inch ply that has been polyurethane in order to protect the surface. And I've just got some rivets about every 4 inches there holding it on. I've also fabricated these struts, which I've added some washers inside to kind of make the spread so that we are capable of going around this area here. Okay, and we're going to be taking it back out again to do another alignment. I had to fabricate new strut brackets, and these are much longer. They're just squared off at the moment. I wanted to have plenty of length so that when I set the dihedral again, that I can just mark those and I can take them back off, clean them up. And it's dark out. It's about 11:30. Okay guys, like I said, main topic here, I'm just working on this air box. And I'm trying to give you guys a good view of it. So you can give me a, hey, you're doing all right, it looks fine. It's a nice large exit on the back side. Also thought, whoops. Also thought about possibly some sort of a deflector on this side. But, you know, I want to be careful that I don't end up making the back of the box smaller, because according to my instructions, as long as this rear end is larger than the intake, then it will kind of create a vacuum or Venturi effect and suck more air through the cylinder. And since my fins are slotted angle like that, I've opened this up back here wider, and the air can come in and hit the fins and come across. But I don't know if maybe I need a little something about right here, but I don't want to get it any smaller than the hole up front. So I would sure appreciate some advice from other veteran builders. Okay guys, I don't know, I think you guys should have a pretty clear visual on how this thing's looking. So I'm going to end that there, and I'll post it up.